Yeah, and
with
jumping in
ASIC kind
here,
of higher.
we could see that Sage is coming out for Muggsy, a Viper comp, Viper Omen on the side of Piplup Pookies. Meanwhile, exactly what we wanted to see from Castle's Kittens. Castle is on that Neon. Maybe
Hmm.
a less traditional comp coming out, no Breach to support him. However, it's going to be an opportunity to really fry for him. So very exciting stuff here as we jump into map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Neon and Jet is going to be really hard for different Pookies to hold site, especially with solo stage. You have to be ready with disclose, and the Jet can just go over the wall and help the Neon after she goes in. And it's going to be really hard for them to kind of anchor, even with the Viper.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with you on that. So we're going to be seeing Piplup's Pookies starting on the defensive half here. Just a traditional group towards A, and a pretty default Viper wall here on the defensive side. So curious to see how they choose to handle that.
Oh,
It's just a fast
absolutely.
explosion. Look at
Yeah.
that. Immediately jumping in, lighting up the scoreboard. Going to force them to have to play for this retake. Sightful coming down, but not quite in time as Clancy opens it up on the Muggsy. Plant's going to be coming down now in a 5v3.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Muggsy wanted to try to flood onto site, but I don't know who's on Jet, but Jet just left the site, and Muggsy kind of just donated them a free kill, and it's going to be really hard for them to retake.
Yeah, great crossfire position set up in the hell. Omen Blind gonna come in to open up this defensive retake. Chiyu and Mega Knight go 1-for-1. Clancy with the second on the round. It's gonna be a 1v4 for Chiyu, and Clancy with 3 on this first pistol. That's gonna be the first round of our semifinal going the way of Castle's Kittens.
Yeah, I mean, Castle with the Neon, like, insane movement to just immediately take out the Silva for the first pick, and they kind of just crumbled under the pressure of the Spookies, could not hold the site.
As we get into this anti-eco here for Castle's Kittens, it looks like a bit of a mid-play probably going to be coming out here for Piplup Pookies, just looking for some early gunfights, and I think Castle's Kittens are more than happy to take this brawl. It looks like they're going to go for something fast in the garage. It could be a very quick round coming out. Soviet goes for the swing, immediately taken down by Eco Mega Knight, trades back and forth, the stats comes out to Clancy with one as well. Not too much to show for on the side of Piplup Pookies. Is very quickly a 3v1 here for Chiyu with just a Sheriff alone.
It's just like they do know where the last player is, and they'll probably be aware of him potentially coming to the flank.
Spike planted.
Creeping forward, looking to see if he can find one. That shot is good onto Abu Dhabi. That's a first one there. And Clancy is a little low. The smoke going to come in, but a counter smoke out from Chiyu. Walks in, and Eco Mega Knight is able to take him down there finally. So going to clean up that anti-eco round. That's 2 quick rounds on the board for Castle's Kittens.
I mean, it got a bit scary when the Castle got killed just trying to walk up, but there's so many trades happening, and they ultimately came up on top, but they did lose a fair amount of guns along the way.
Yeah, this bonus round here, honestly, not the worst out from Castle's Kittens. I know Castle's got that Bucky there, so they're looking to go for another fast garage split here. Probably just going to have Castle send it in forward with some trades coming behind. And it looks like the defensive side not super heavy towards C, so I'm not sure how ready they're going to be for this. Smoke dart comes in, Castle very quickly up into garage window. Omen Smoke comes in to delay, as the rest of the team looks to pivot here.
I mean, they did spot Soviet, Castle did, while jumping in, but like, every single person on Piplup's Pookies is just hovering the seaside, like they are fully contained in the window.
That drone reclear, it does a great job re-exploring the space towards mid and A. They drew all these rotates. Castle sends it forward, goes 1-for-1. But look at all these players towards C. If Castle's Kittens recognizes what's happening here, they could pivot back towards B or A and find more success. Meanwhile, Soviet takes down Clancy.
I mean, it looks like Stats is trying to potentially get out any piece of util. Evo Mega Knight went in, but Stats with the 2 Bucky kills. Planted. Oh my god.
1 enemy remaining.
Resi, my goat, has slipped into the site and found Abu Dhabi, so it's 1v2 now for Stats. So I believe still has, yeah, he's going to go down to Resi, my goat. So a first round on the board. Piplup Pookies stabilize on their anti-bonus. We're going to be looking at a first gun round coming up here.
Yeah, I mean, they did lose a fair amount of people. Piplup Pookies, but hopefully they're going to be able to buy into the next run and hopefully win. It'll be horrible for both teams' ecos to lose this round, so it's going to be very important.
Yeah, I think if you're Castle's Kittens, it was ultimately a relatively successful bonus, right? They stripped 3 guns there. You could see a Guardian Force Spy coming in for ASIC, a lot of Light Shield coming out on the side of Piplup Pookies. So, like you said, both teams going to be reset on their economy here. That's exactly what you want to set up on that anti-bonus round there. So, Castle's Kittens looking to kind of set a strong first half in motion here as they group towards this A. Castle sending it forward, being that head of the spear that we're looking for.
Yeah, but Mugsy is already rotated here. Could see a wall potentially coming down.
Yeah, 3 players grouped up towards backside here. Both smokes have been deployed, so if Castle's Kittens do try and break through, it's going to be a difficult cross to get through. So they're going to just take some second pause, recollect themselves, re-explore back towards the rest of the map as Castle and Stats begin to rotate away, but Chiyu seems to have read this. At the same time, the Viper all the way down C long, how far will they tuck?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have like a lurk anywhere to hold some space, and the drone
Didn't spot
did
Chiyu.
not clear out Chiyu, yeah.
Look at this timing. Going to have one for free on his Stats. It's going to drop the bomb. Re-swing Castle on the trade, though. Good. Has to recollect the spike. And meanwhile, the rest of Castle Kittens walking up towards A, but the back shot out from Soviet is going to drop the bomb once more.
Yeah, but they're slowly inching up on A. ASIC will get traded out, and WW did grab the spike, so they're gonna be very paranoid about the Viper behind them.
30 seconds left.
They might try to get aggressive towards the people in a short or
You wonder how long it'll take Soviet to play, right? Do these players in CT choose to wait for the flank to come in first, or will Evo Mega Knight just take it to them first? So goes for the swing, dash away, no shots yet. Soviet lurking up towards long here, but the timing is going to be everything. These players swinging on up finds 2 on the trade. It's a 1v1, but Soviet up close, gonna be spotted now. Tap onto the spike, creeping forward, reload out for Abu Dhabi. Is he aware the swing is gonna be good for Soviet?
Annoying
Very
fly.
Yeah, I
close
mean,
round there.
it was super scary when WW kind of just sprayed down 2 people from Piplup Pookies, but Soviet will be able to close out the round with an amazing kill on Castle as he was ranking away.
Yeah, a really great job there being proactive from Piplup Pookies, right? They understood that they had stalled all of Castle's Kittens in that A lobby space, and they just took the whole rest of the map. That drone reclear into mid did not even consider Chiyu deep in that pocket, dropped the bomb once, and meanwhile, Soviet then triggered his own lurk and walked up and had a shot for free on Castle that dropped the spike once more.
Yeah, I mean, the drone not spotting the Omen out mid was super tragic for Stats in particular, which just kind of crushed their hopes, but Castle is already sprinting up towards the A side.
Yeah, we've had Judge trying to find an early pick. A good orb out from Soviet, though, so they denied that space. But ASIC backside isn't going to find anything. Soviet's only able to get one before he's taken down, so now a 4v3 post-plant situation coming up here. They do have the Satras, but none of those bodies are really reachable.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be really hard. No one is on the flank, so it's just gonna be the paranoia coming out. No one is intervening, it just kind of just trades out. I don't know why they use the Kojo, but...
Yeah, you know what, just an extra security blanket there, maybe feeling a bit of pressure, understanding it was a very important round for them to win, because they were on a force buy into that round, so it would have reset the economy, and as you can see, it works out great for them as Piplup Pookies are forced down to an eco of their own. Great response out from Castle's Kittens after what was an unfortunate round of timings and mispositionings. They find it pretty convincingly here on that force buy.
I mean, I feel like maybe the Bandit is a bit of a bait in like these full eco rounds because no one on the enemy team is going to be having a light armor. So maybe the Sheriff would be a better pickup for his 200 more, but maybe it's just the newness of the gun that everyone wants to use it.
Yeah, you know, I'm a big fan of the Bandit, I think, on some of these eco rounds, but I think if it's going to force you onto a light shield in the next round, it's not the bestest. Evo Mega Knight finds the lurk onto Soviet. That's going to be the trigger for them to full rotate. Just to dink out from the Classic as well is not going to be enough there. So a free C site, Evo Mega Knight giving the comms out, saying, come on over to C. It's going to be a 5v4 now, and with this lower weaponry and not too much to work with as far as ultimates and utility, it's going to be a pretty difficult retake out for Piplup Pookies.
Yeah, I mean, if the Viper had, like, a Sheriff or something, it would have been a very different round. Like, with a gun drop, they could make something happen, but this retake is going to be nearly impossible for them.
Yeah, Omen Blind does come out and flash a couple, but there's no follow-up behind it, so it's just a reset position. But Muggsy out from Garage finds one and a second
for two
with that Bandit. Traded out by Castle and Clancy, however, who finds another as well. It's just going to be Reze McGoat in a 1v3. Isn't going to be able to find it. That's 3 on the round for Clancy. and a 4th round on the board for Castle's Kittens.
I mean, I was talking about how Muggsy couldn't really find like many kills in their previous games, but Muggsy with the 2 1-taps with the Bandit kind of showing up for this game.
Yeah, I think if you're Piplup Pookies, you can walk away pretty happy from that eco round, right? They found 2 picks, they forced out a lot of util. I don't think they got too much as far as ultimates are concerned out of Castle's Kittens, so a good job there of holding on to those. But as we jump into the next important buy round here, this is probably going to set the momentum for the rest of the half.
Go!
It is looking for like just a fast B hit for Castle's Kittens. I mean, the paranoia kind of didn't do anything.
Yeah, and Stats found the pick on Soviet in Garage as well, so the plant's going to come down in a 5v4. They're re-exploring into mid. These 2 players are walking up on Piplup Pookies through the A site. The alarm bot is down. You wonder how long it comes back up. Is it in time? It does alert, so they are going to be aware of this flank. Yeah. Meanwhile, Chiyu takes that timing as Stats turns around and finds a shot. Castle straight on the window. Basic with 2, however, onto Dabu and Castle. Suddenly, a 5v4 turns into a 3v2 in their favor.
Last player takes on Evil Mega Knight.
Clancy with it all to do, hiding in the smoke, swings out, finds it first. Does he trade? Does he go for the res? No, he's not going to. Just going to let himself go and let this round handle Piplup Pookie's arms. That's 3 on the board for them now.
Yeah, I mean, it was so tough. The alarm bot is not, and then the omen coming out of Garage just as Stats was looking towards the window is such an unfortunate timing because he was holding the correct spot, but Chiyu just knew when Stats was just looking and got the amazing timing.
Yeah, we've seen it a couple of times now where Chiyu is just taking the timing at the right moment to kind of flip around on its head for Piplup Pookies, being a bit of a hero for them thus far early on in the stages of this best of 3. So keep looking out for them to take advantage of that fully. And Castle's Kittens, they're just saying, let's run it back, right? Because that round opened up great for them. They just kind of let it slip through their fingers. So as they fight through this A-Link, they find the kill on ASEC. They're just going to keep pushing for more. Castle with one on Muggsy as well, who spotted out Reze Magoat.
Spike planted.
Come back into heaven now as the spike gets planted.
Yeah, Castle is whooping out the judge. Kinda a menace on the server right now.
Enemy down.
And Soviet,
last player standing.
I mean, with a classic, 1 kill is all you can hope for. But you could make something happen with Castle maybe over-aggressing.
And I think at this point in this 1v3, just kind of looking to see if there's any picks to be had before trying to re-entry into the site. It's going to be a very difficult cross to break. Castle swings out with the judge. 4 on the round for him, starting to light up the scoreboard as well. As a 5th round there now for Castle's Kittens.
Castle kind of phenomenal, just opening up the B site, and then they're taking their talents towards A-Link and kind of just mowing them down.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. You normally see teams when they push through that A-Link on the fight, they just flip the map and end up taking the A site and planting there. But choosing to plant on the A-Link side of B, you know, allowed them to kind of take that A-Link space and then come back to the site and find the rest of the players. They were just kind of taking the gunfights to Piplup Pookies.
I mean, it's so scary. Neon running at you with the overdrive, kind of like an unhittable target. The Castle is just instantly killed, but does get traded out.
Yeah, good trade out there from Clancy, and a great Sova ult out from Stats as well. Finds it onto Soviet, so now Clancy is able to work through Garage. This timing out from Basic is good, but the shots just aren't going to land as Clancy finds the turnaround shot there. So a 2v4 now as the plant comes down.
Spike planted.
Piplup Pookies, so not a whole lot to be done here. There are some reservable bodies in Garage, so you wonder if maybe a pick goes their way, if Muggsy might go for that resurrection.
I mean, it's so tough with just these 2 sheriffs, and it's an amazing crossfire. Fire Stats just on logs will alert everyone that someone's pushed out. And they're just trying to take aim duels right now.
Another one, that's going to be 3 on the round as Stats cleans it up as well. I believe that's a duo ace between the 2 of them there. 3 and 2. 6th round on the board for Castle's Kittens. And Clancy has been kind of lighting it up for Castle's Kittens thus far. Up to 11 and 4 now, a little ahead of Castle. So maybe somebody you weren't expecting as much to be frying, kind of lighting it up on that clove.
I mean, Castle always try to kick the duels in Garage, but Clancy always there behind him, just getting those crucial trades for his Neon, and it's just like Clove and Agent with the res, like, can always take over games. It's kind of the same as like Reina. but it's like the off shot is just gonna be
Go,
whipped.
go.
But he is trying to be back on the line, but
Castle's Kittens recognizing they now have gotten an op online on Piplup's Pookies. They have no interest in dealing with that whatsoever. They did draw a little bit of rotations too with that early A presence, so it's just going to be Chiyu alone on the C site with a little bit of support from Soviet. So the timing on Clancy is going to be everything. The judge able to one-shot from that distance, maybe a bit surprising as the flood comes into the C site.
My turn.
Castle finds the pick onto Chiyu, and Clancy with the res and garage is going to refight into Soviet here in a second. Let me shut
he'll
down
get
though.
taken down again, yeah.
4v4, Sova ult going to be committed, gonna find a couple of tags. First kill onto Stats is going to be good, some damage
Spike
out as well
down,
onto
C.
Abu Dhabi, so a
I
5v4
got
now with the
Spike.
Sage res potential as well to make it a 5v3.
Yeah, I mean,
Spike
they're
planted.
kind of so trapped onto the site, Soviet getting his 3rd kill, but down to 2v3.
Yeah, the players.
All these players are just
creeping
trying to
One
come up
enemy
backside.
remaining.
Good 1-for-1 there. Great trade route from Muggsy onto Abu Dhabi. So Evo Mega Knight alone in this 1v2. The Resurrection's going to come in to make it a 1v3, but the swing timing is good.
One
2
enemy
there for Evo
remaining.
Mega Knight. Looking to find it in a 1v1. Forced to reload. Jet Dash going to be popped. Reposition on the default. The swing timing is going to be everything. Swings out wide and the headshot.
Evo Mega Knight.
Oh, my back hurts.
What a clutch
an
out
aura
from
bomb.
Evo
So
Mega Knight.
heavy.
Oh my goodness, a round just stripped right out of the arm. Sage Raz committed, and it's not going to be enough for Piplup's Pookies. This half has begun to spiral out of their control.
Yeah, I mean, Evo Mega Knight kind of just took over that round, knowing that it was so crucial for them to put the enemy team on a low buy. Just really showed up. Like everyone on Castle's Kittens, like Clancy Castle, and now Evo Mega Knight has had their moments this game, and yeah, make it 3-7.
You imagine a bit of a blunder there on that timing with that res. Nobody really covering the resurrection. The Sage goes down. It's a free kill on the res player, and no trade to be found. Maybe a bit of a kill force push coming down into short as Clancy finds all 3 amongst the trades there. A 3v2 now coming into this post plan. It's a free A-bomb site.
I mean, Clancy, we've seen, has been like a master at getting trades this game, and we'll just spray down 3 people, and I think this Omen will get spotted out on the work unless he,
Spike
yeah,
planted.
Norma called him out, but Soviet trying to make anything happen from this heaven spot, but
Perhaps a bit of an awkward timing here. I don't know if they're aware. They are aware of Chiyu's presence towards lobby, but are they aware he's up this fast? It
One
doesn't seem like
enemy
it.
remaining.
They ring out for 1 each between him and Soviet. And Chiyu with the second onto Abu Dhabi, and suddenly a 3v2 becomes a 2v0 as Piplup Pookies find a way to grab that round out from the jaws of defeat.
yeah, I mean, their positions were kind of difficult to trade from, especially because no one was coming out from the main side, so just kind of Stats just alone in hell, just kind of gifted Q a kill, and they just kind of stumbled after that.
Yeah, I think just a bit of an awkward timing there. Clancy went to go pick up the flank and didn't spot out Chiyu, who had already crept all the way up long, so when that Viper Wall came down, it was just a free pick onto Stats, like you said, and from there it just spiraled. So the reaction from Castle's Kittens, it looks like they're going to accelerate towards Garage again. You know they've been finding success on these fast plays, so going to go for something quick here, and they've read it right. There's 3 players over towards the A site, Piplup Pookies, so they are not going to be fully prepared for this fast Garage split. It's going to be Soviet with it all to do, alone on the C site. Site smoke does come down, however.
You should run.
And Cobra Lockdown just gonna take everyone off of the site.
Yeah, it's going to be a full retake setup here, 5v5. Oh, but this TP out from Chiyu, the timing is fantastic, not going to be noted. It's going to drop the spike
down.
on
Go,
Clancy.
go.
Oh, and he's going to be such a thorn in their side now. It's going to be so difficult to clear
Yeah.
out as these players from CT on Piplup Pookies begin flooding in. However, Static Castle
Oh
just
my.
finding all of the
One
kills.
enemy
The
remaining.
2 of them.
My ult's ready.
Chiyu suddenly alone in a 1v3,
Get out of my
left
way.
alone and long, going to be smoked off as well.
Yeah, I mean, Castle's Kittens just knew they were gonna get pinched by Q and just fully fought CP.
The swing out
Just
of 3 on the round for Chiyu is not enough, as we are looking at an 8-4 and a half to start this best of 3.
Switching
Castle's Kittens
sides.
taking control on their map pick of Haven.
I mean, Jet and Neon, like, it's like really hard to hold against double duelists, especially on Haven when rotates are so long. But we'll be seeing, hopefully, some things can happen with this Viper Wall lurk on A. This is like the classic hey, I'll go A and hear stuff, and oh, crazy
Jump
angle. Yeah. But it looks like Castle's Kittens trying to do the Yoru play with a Neon. Is trying to walk
I
out.
actually love this. They have both their duelists and the Clove swinging out. ASIC is going to be immediately forced into Angel, finds the shot from the wall, trades back and forth. Clancy is finally able to escape. Damaged up on both sides as ASIC and Clancy both down to low HP, and a 2-for-2 bloodbath to start this pistol.
I mean, it's so tough. Piplup's Pookies just lost their only duelist, so they're gonna have to play a bunch of contact, but Stats did not see this Viper walk into the A site, might be giving some false information, but
at the same time, Stats was not noted from heaven, and so finds the bomb
Spike
drop on the
down
ASIC.
A.
It's going to force a reaction now. I don't know how much they expect Sophie to be up, although some pings coming out on the minimap may have identified it. So as the plant comes down, they should be aware of this player close left.
Spike planted.
Don't know if he's aware. Soviet finds the first, sees the gun barrel, finds the second on the Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I mean, I think Stats did hear Soviet just walking underneath them while getting that Sova kill, and there's gonna be doubled up hell. This is gonna be really hard for him, the paranoia coming out, and fully decayed, he's so low, and Soviet playing around his orb really well. Is separating those two players who were kind of like hand in hand trying to walk in, but couldn't get the trade up.
Soviet did a great job there, kind of rescuing that round for Piplup's Pookies, right? Those trades not going the best for them as both players very weak on both sides, 2v2. But that lurk up on the A, creating a lot of that space, and then finding those two trades in the orb and CT was all the difference in that pistol round, keeping them in this map. So we'll see how they handle this anti-eco here. It looks like Castle's Kittens are just going to go for a more traditional setup here with two players over towards A. I saw Castle had a Bucky as well, so he could be looking for an early pick. Meanwhile, Piplup Pookies just playing a slow default. I love this lookout from them, right? They're aware of a push, but Evo Mega Knight doesn't care. Rips the head off of Chiyu.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough. Now with 0 smokes, they're gonna have to make a miracle happen, honestly.
And a bit of a read coming out from Castle's Kittens, maybe a bit of a gamble stack over towards A, recognizing that that is the more likely site for them to end up. However, Piplup's Pookies choosing to creep up towards C. They haven't been noted. This Killjoy turret will eventually give away the presence, but how long will it take as all 4 players now from Piplup's Pookies begin to group towards C long? It's just the Abu Dhabi on this side of the map for the time being. Dart gonna come in. Abu Dhabi now giving the signal, letting them know the dart's coming in. Hasn't been noted yet. The swing isn't going to find anything. ASIC tacked up to very low HP, however. 4v4. The post plant going to come in. I imagine the Sage Shield is going to be coming in as well onto the Sova.
Yeah. I mean, they're all trying to play out against. Well, Clove is always gonna have smokes live, and they might waste a lot of util just trying to retake the site with no one on it.
I think finally recognizing there is nobody on site, but do they have the close smoke for the bomb? I mean, with the weaker weaponry, this is the right play from Piplup's Pookies to just play some long-range gunfights. The tap going to be noted. Swing, triple swing, Soviet throws all 3 down. It's just going to be Castle alone with the Bucky, who has gone for a lurk around.
Yeah, but
at this point, just looking for exits.
Yeah.
Oh, how many does he find? 1, 2.
One enemy remaining.
Collects the rifle as well.
Go, go, go!
Slide out onto Soviet and is able to find the third as well. So despite the fact that Piplup Pookies are able to convert that anti-eco, it's going to be a very expensive bonus round for them. That gun collected for Castle's Kittens as well. Fantastic job there of securing those exits.
Like, they might even be forced onto a save right now. Like, Soviet looks like he's trying to buy his team some sheriffs. They might be trying to stinger rush somewhere, but
you know, I
really
do want to
tough
call
losing
attention
3 guns.
just a little bit. I haven't had any delicious desserts during this Carnation clash. I'm a little hungry for some pie. I did see Reze might go dangerously on Pie Watch, and I think there it is. The first pie of Carnation clash is gonna go the way of Reze might go. Unfortunately, there's Castle rips 2 more heads off behind it as well.
Down
Finally traded out by ASIC.
Evil Mega Knight missing that, but Sova will be noted.
One enemy remaining.
Still be taken down, but
Yeah, great job. Just jumping out wide, saying everybody swing with me because they knew the bomb was dropped short. So now a 1v3 for Chiyu. who's made a step as well, should have been noted long here.
I mean, the Abu Dhabi might be looking for an outlaw swing. Shot kind of going wide. Q will eventually get taken down.
Gun here.
Yeah, just a great job there by Castle, being aggressive down short with that Vandal. He found the initial pick onto Rezemago and then slid back and found 2 more players trying to trade before finally going down and dropping the spike as well. All of the Flood rotates came over at that point, and the round was just wraps.
Yeah, I mean, even against the worst weaponry, like Castle taking the initiative, just like taking down 3 in a spray down, like the round just instantly became impossible. Like, even with the Sova getting at least 1, it still was not enough.
Yeah, and it looks like, you know, we kind of were wondering what kind of play style Piplup Pookies were going to come in with, right? We haven't seen them play thus far, and with this Viper comp, they understand the fundamentals of how to play a slow default. We've seen a lot of slow rounds out from them just in the early stages of this attack half, so they continue to just kind of explore mid, look to clear some space. This drone out from Stats is going to note 1 player, so that's all the information that they're really allowing them to get. So Evo Mega Knight, he's going to begin to explore, but he's going to get taken down. Rezemago, pretty upset, I imagine, about that pie, is going to answer back with that opening pick.
And then Clancy's trying to make some sneaky plays happen, but Rezemago would include coming into this round. I mean, this Viper's pit is so hard to try to retake into. Like, Castle will not even spot anyone coming on this work.
Yeah, this 4v2 post is so difficult to break. It's going to require a bit of a misstep out for Piplup Pookies to really give them a chance, or a heroic play from Castle, who's lurking on the edge of this Viper pit. You wonder how long he'll take to activate, right? Stats is probably going to try and draw some presence out from A short with that dart. A scan is going to allow Castle to find Muggsy, but the trade out from ASEC is too strong.
I mean, Stats is 0 utility. Like, his hopes of winning this round.
And there's 3 out from Rezemago. A great response there after what has been a pretty difficult map for them. Finally lighting up the scoreboard a little bit, dragging Piplup Pookies back into this map. It's 7-9.
I mean, it's tough when your untreated can't get those first ones, but Rezemago doubling his kills coming to that round. Or doubling their kills. And Evo Mega Knight will be forced onto the Stinger, but the Abu Dhabi has been favoring using this outlaw, but I think we will see the Neon Overdrive used this round, potentially. Might be trying to go for some aggro fights up.
Yeah, and with his dart spotting nothing out towards A, yes, the Viper wall does eventually go up, but I don't believe there's really much pressure of presence behind it, so Stats going to insert very deep into A long, and with the slow default that they've been playing, there's the danger that they could just walk back into a trap. You would hope that ASIC is going to commit that hour drone back to re-clear some of the A space, but Stats continues to walk forward. Soviet holding, going to spot it out. No kills found quite yet. It's going to cause a bit of a reaction out there. Perhaps drawing a bit of rotations. No, not just quite yet. The Abu Dhabi is still a C long and has spotted out some opponents there as well. I tag on the Outlaw onto the Omen player. It's going to cause Castle to try and walk forward, but Soviet finds the pick.
I mean, that was just tragic. I've done that so many times playing Neon, and it's so tough when you just aren't able to slide, and Soviet kind of just opened up the safe side. It's so free for them, and Castle's Kittens kind of floundering.
Yeah, 5v3 post plant. Not a lot of utility here either. The Sage Wall is going to come in, going to deny that CP flood initially as well, force some shots out from these Stingers with the orb as well. I mean, how do you just break through this defense?
I mean, a bit of a grid wall coming up. Muggsy. Haven't seen much from them this series, but
great shot out
takes
the Abu Dhabi.
The Abu Dhabi's head off, and I mean, Castle's Kittens' hopes of winning this round are
1 enemy remaining.
3 on the round from Soviet as well. We talked about it. That lurk was crucial there. I mean, great timing on the Castle. Maybe a bit of unfortunate timing there on the Neon, but the discipline to just kind of sit there and hold short, anticipating the re-push, the reposition from Stats, you know, catches him completely unaware. It opens up the rest of the A site, and the rest of the round just kind of falls into their lap at that point.
I mean, it's so tough. Castle's Kittens might be, like, they might tie up the score. Piplup Pookies put Castle's Kittens on such a bad eco, like, a player, well, I guess they have 2, like, quote-unquote gun ults, which might be popped here, try to give them a fighting chance. And Clancy and Castle just walking
Look
up.
at Castle go. He's so far up so quickly. He finds the opener on the G. The trades are too good from Asek, who finds Clancy as well. So going to shut down that initial opening there. Evo Mega Knight going to look to reposition, re-aggress perhaps as the Sage Res comes in as well. Really important round, I believe, for them to secure it.
My ultimate is
Like
ready.
they might try and walk back towards A because Soviet's coming. Look how far up I am on A, but Stats is repositioned with this Bucky. The timing is going to be everything. The Viper Wall goes down. The shot is going to be good on the Q. It's going to drop one there as well. Soviet hasn't been noted yet on the A side. Meanwhile, Evo Mega Knight finds the Jet Knight.
Wait, but Soviet is still not noted.
Last
Muggsy
player
with their
standing.
knife out, gonna go down to Stats.
Spike
Also,
down
Soviet
A.
finally activates on the lurk, but it might be too little too late. The bomb has been dropped towards long. Evo Mega Knight immediately departing away from B to go regroup with Stats. It's going to be a difficult 1v2 here for Soviet.
Yeah, I mean, it does have that Toxic Orb, which will probably be used to try to pick up the bomb, but both
Dark
players
doesn't
here.
spot it. Finally going to be noted there. Shots just a
30
bit
seconds
wide.
left.
Poison orb emitting. I have the
Yeah, I
spike.
mean, he's really scared of where Evil Mega Knight could be, but
Does
Hunter's
draw
really
out the
coming
Hunter's
up.
Fury. Good fake thus far.
They
He's
do
going to book
hear,
it to B. I like this play out from Soviet.
yeah,
Still doesn't know
but
where Evo Mega Knight is.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
we'll probably hear both of them right now, but
Toxin screen down.
kind of using the wall to kind of mask his trail.
Yeah, I will say that with that smoke now into A-Link, Soviet, the bomb not fully planted for them here, so despite both players being noted, eventually all of the site is going to be cleared. It's going to limit the options here. Tap onto the defuse. It's going to cause Soviet to activate
Toxin
potentially
screen
here.
down.
Finds the first shot with the Stats back
Enemy
turn.
remaining.
A 1v1 now. Bomb being stuck, half being gained. The swing out, not there yet. The full stick is coming in from Evo Mega Knight. And
Evo
Soviet
Mega Knight.
unaware. What a stick out, 3 on the round for Evo Mega Knight, saying, I don't care what you're gonna do, I'm sticking this defuse down, securing the thrifty round and breaking the momentum of Piplup Pookies.
Yeah, I mean, on the jiggle, Soviet did see that the bomb was still being stuck, but still had the discipline to try to bait out the untap, but Evil Mega Knight, Diamond Hands, could
Yeah,
not be
absolutely.
got off this mic.
And I do want to shout out Stats on that round, a bit of a hero for them there, right? Dropping the bomb early, allowing this awkward fight to happen. Soviets lure completely nullified there, so, and Castle again just gonna take this aggressive space, recognizing they're very slow to clear out a window, so despite being spotted, he hasn't been forced out yet. Some reinforcements coming out to help, I believe, here in just a moment, as Evo Mega Knight has re-aggressed down short, finds the shot onto Muggsy and drops the spike. Clancy
Spike
with one as
down
well.
mid.
Tags Asik up low. 1-for-1 there between Clancy and Asik. 3v2,
I mean-
Clancy continues to fight as well.
Yeah, we've seen Clancy always with these trades, helping out Castle, and I think they're Piplup is really banking on Soviet finding some sort of work to get them back into this round. Like with the
I have the
Clove
spike.
Res 2, it'll be really hard for them to try to find anything, but they will inch back towards A, which has been
Toxins
Soviet's
going up.
kind of domain.
Yeah, 100%. I do think that Castle's Kittens are making the right decision here, right? They're letting the utility from Abu Dhabi control the C and garage part of the map, keep an eye on B, and just kind of group up towards A link so they can go for a pretty quick
30
retake onto
seconds
them.
left.
They have full Sova kit and the
ready
Clove
yet.
Volt, so there's no reason to hand away a pick. They feel comfortable that they can play this retake out fully.
Blinding.
So while that util is going to be committed and the plant's going to come down with about 15 seconds left, it's going to be a rather difficult retake out. Sorry, a rather difficult site hold out for Piplup Pookies.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, Clancy is already out, but Stats kind of took the opportunity to jump out from heaven like a maniac, and the Abu Dhabi didn't even have to be there for them to win the retake.
Yeah, just, I mean, another really well-played round. Just great trades out from Castle's Kittens there in middle. They continue to take this aggressive fight. Evo Mega Knight and Castle just showing absolutely no fear. Clancy there with the trades as well, keeping the numbers in their advantage and then just playing very disciplined, recognizing that they had the utility and the ultimates to win a retake pretty much wherever they needed to. And that puts them on 11 now, and a low economy situation for Piplup Pookies. They want to make it happen right now at 11-8. Should they lose this round, they're going to be on a pretty difficult bye with match point.
I mean, Rose might go, like, I talked about Muggsy usually being the bottom of their leaderboard, but
Get out of my way!
Rizzy kind of giving them a run for their money, kind of took over that spot, which is not what you want to see from your dive duelist.
Yeah, and with this early A presence that they're showing now, a bit of a change up in their default. Castle's Kittens with the perfect read on this, just walking it down C long with both the duelists. They've cleared all of the space. They know it's going to be A. Soviet's lurk may be sought out in just a moment here, so you wonder how long it takes them as the Hunter's Fury comes raining down onto the site. Finds the pick on his stats. A lot of tags coming out as well. Great job there. Castle finds the backstab to Abu Dhabi. Meanwhile, on the site, holding it down with 2 of their own. It's a 2v2, and the bomb has been dropped. Castle and Evo Mega Knight have control of the spike. They do have the Omen ult on Chiyu if they choose to regain the spike, but the space, they basically flip sides. It looks like the attackers are defenders at this point.
I mean, it'll be really tough for the defenders to kind of retake if they do decide to invest in the Viper's Pit, but it seems like they think it's C, but...
Yeah, a bit of an outmaneuver there, I think, from Piplup Pookies, right? The traditional thought is that the Omen runs to C, and then you Omen ult and grab the bomb. And so trying to get ahead of that are Castle's Kittens, but they've read it the wrong way, perhaps overplayed their hand a little. It's going to take a lot of time away here for the bomb defuse to come in as they finally have to come back around for this rotate.
I mean, it kind of seemed like they don't have headphones because they couldn't hear the bomb, but Castle...
Go, shortcut!
Look, goes flying past the Heaven player.
Sprinting out.
Last player standing.
Good shot out for Chiyu, though, to shut it down.
And trying to stick the bomb fully again. Fully was taken out, and a really concerning round from Castle's Kittens. Like, someone needs to check their headphones.
Yeah, you know, an opportunity to really put the map a bit out of reach there, but a great job there by Piplup Pookies to stay calm, stay collected, to reassess in that 2v2 and convert now and keep the gap tight. Force Castle's Kittens back down to a lower buy as well, and keep this map in check and keep themselves alive in this map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Castle's kind of kept his overdrive like forever during this half, even though they've had many low buys. But Evo Mega Knight just takes Resident Evil's head off. That's ejected.
We've seen that happen a couple times out on that garage swing with the Sheriff. And look at these players with the knives out though. So Chiyu, aware of this, finds 2 freebies. So that early pick initially immediately handed back away. Stats running in with the Pookie. Isn't going to find it on the Soviet. A bit of a whiff there.
Yeah, I mean, Stouts could have just kicked the entire round, but...
One enemy remaining.
It's so tough with this Viper's Pit, and Abu has to do so much.
Spike planted.
Soviet just only 1 HP though.
Yeah, and I mean at this point for Abu Dhabi is just about how many kills can you find, how many exits. Finds the first onto Chiyu, so a 1v3 now. Bucky gonna be collected before jumping forward into the Viper's Pit, finally taken down by ASIC. So a 10th round on the board for Piplup Pookies, and a relatively well-handled anti-eco there, despite the fact that the first pick did not go their way.
Eyes up.
I mean, Rizzy might go tough first game of the series, but their team is really pulling them over the finish line. Hopefully this 10-11 game potentially could go to overtime.
Yeah, we could be looking at some bonus Valorant early on in day number 2. That would be exciting for all of us. But you wonder how Castle's Kittens will adjust here, right? That's 2 rounds in a row now where they've kind of let it slip a little bit. So a change in the default once again from Piplup Pookies. They're going to go for this early C control. Perhaps changing the pace a little bit as well. Chiyu just going to late lurk towards garage. It's going to be a full C exec coming in as the smokes come down. Evo Mega Knight, a great shot out on the first. Shot onto the second on Resident Goat as well.
Quick 2 goes. Castle just spraying down.
Spike down, C.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough. Like, Soviet kind of trying to take the duelist job of just getting first contact, but that's not what you want to see.
Yeah, just ASIC alone in a 1v5. Gonna find the first. It's gonna reset the map a little bit, but the rotates are gonna come towards A pretty quickly. Abu Dhabi took a lot of that C space as well, so pretty informed situation here for Castle's Kittens. And in this 1v4, it looks like it's going to be a lot for ASIC to have to do to prevent them to getting to match point. But I want to say Castle's Kitten, you know, they were in an awkward situation there. Rounds were kind of slipping away from them, but Piplup Pookies making a decision to kind of change things up, looking for a change of pace and just get completely shut down on it. You know, they weren't able to find any kind of entry there through that C-long corridor. They get spammed through the smoke. The rotates just come too fast. honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of the changeup of what was working, right? They were at these slow rounds, they were finding a lot of success, they had addressed the
Match
issue of mid,
point.
and then they
Their
go
winter
away
has
from it, and
come.
immediately they're
Ready
faced
them.
with match point now.
I mean, it's so tough. Like, Evil Mega Knight really showed up that round, pulling their team to match point, and really tough round with 3 ultimates on the side of Castle's Kittens. Could just
Turn out.
seal the coffin for Piplup's Pookies. Trying
It
the
looks
same
like
thing
Piplup
again.
Pookies are just going to run it back. They felt like, you know, since they got stomped so hard, perhaps that might be a readjustment from Castle's Kittens towards another site.
Revealing
It's going to
edge.
be even faster than the previous round. They brought the Omen with them. Just a full C exit. Abu Dhabi alone on the site will be taken down. Resume
might go.
falling.
Spike
People back then
down.
only able to
C.
find one for their trouble. ASEC shuts that down as well. So the readjustment, you know, perhaps making me eat my words a little bit about that pace
Yeah.
change, finding more success with even faster pace this time.
Enemy
Gonna
mark.
force down a 4v2 retake. But these two players, Clancy and Stats, have found a lot of success this map. And there's the opener onto Resume Go.
Yeah, but Stats is
One enemy
not
remaining.
aware at all. But Clancy could make it happen. Could not. I mean, we
Oh,
did
man.
see Resume My Goat fully jumping headshot Castle from the generator, and I would be really mad if someone killed me while fully airborne without like jet knives.
Yeah, definitely. I will say, though, I felt like the entry was fantastic there from Resume Go. Despite a bit of a lucky circumstance, a great job just kind of opening up the space there and allowing the rest of the team to flood in. You saw that the Castle's Kittens were trying to flood quickly to help support Abu Dhabi on the site, but it just wasn't enough. It didn't come in time. And we're looking at a very, very tight map, number 1, as we're headed to the final round. We're going the distance.
Yeah. You know, it looks like Evo Mega Knight, they kind of gave him a smoke, but ASIC just will straight out the Abu Dhabi, and we create question marks in Garage and C that people are going to have to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of an interesting decision there from both sides. A battle of the sprays through the smoke with a Vandal. There are
Yeah.
bullet tracers on that. Important to know. So the Abu Dhabi's position was kind of given away through that spray through the smoke. It's going to cause an early pick. And with the Sage Res as well, it's essentially a 6v4 for all intents and purposes. But Piplup Pookies, they're going to be disciplined about it. They're going to take their time re-clearing this A space with the drone. They're just going to send Soviet forward on a lurk. It's going to draw some rotates over towards A. They're handling this pretty masterfully. They're drawing all of Castle's Kittens. Finally, they recognize, uh-oh, perhaps this was a fake, but it might be too little too late because Chiyu all the way up through Garage along with Muggsy.
I mean, Evo Mega Knight has to do so much right now, but Castle is aware too. I mean, Muggsy wants to go for this res, might just fall it off, but we'll
No,
get taken
Muggsy goes down with the
Spike
bomb. That's no
down,
Sage Res
C.
as well, so now it's a 4v3.
30 seconds left.
Resume My
Resume
Goat.
Go forced to make something happen, trying to dash forward. Soviet finds a shot onto Castle in support, so a 3v3 now. Blood coming in, good for Clancy from Logs, finds a shot onto Resume Goat. Soviet's gonna be dart scanned as well. Do they know the player in Garage? I believe they have, so the bomb collected, 15 seconds remaining. There's not a lot of time for this to happen. 12 seconds left, they're gonna have to pivot to B, but Stats is ahead of it.
10 seconds
10
left.
seconds left now for ASIC. The tap onto the spike. I'm gonna have to full stick it. Stats gonna swing out wide, but ASIC shuts it down. I think there's time for the plant. 2v2 now. Evo Mega Knight flooding in. Soviet with a good shot to fight the second, and we're going to overtime. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean,
Overtime.
I don't know if he knew that Staus was there, but
What a shot out from
the
ASIC.
instant
Heroics.
headshot, yeah.
Oh my goodness. A round that should have surely been theirs, then surely been lost, somehow turns into overtime as Piplup Pookies drag it across the finish line. We're not done with map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, that was a heartbreaker for Castle's Kittens if Staus can only get one more bullet on ASIC, I think. I would have just been match point and like a series play.
Yeah, map number
I
1
think-
for sure. I mean,
yeah.
you wonder how that's
Scanning
going to
ahead.
affect the mental of Castle's Kittens as they reaggress onto this attack half, coming with the same pace that they've come so far. But look at these 3 players here on A site. 2 of them posted up very high. Will they be noted? Castle is going to go down. Resident Evil with 2 as well in tandem with Chiyu. Finds a third as well through the smoke. And it's going to leave Stats alone in a 1v4. Resume Goat, who has struggled so far in this map, finally sings out in a very crucial overtime round. And a near impossible 1v4 situation for Stats.
The call by Piplup Pookies to just fully hold, but
Bullseye.
Stats will hit the first one.
Now comes the second. Oh, finally shut down by Chiyu. It got scary for a second there.
Yeah,
Really
I saw
well
the
handled.
vision.
A good read out from Piplup.
Matching
He's
sides.
clearing a lot of momentum now. I mean, if you're Castle's Kittens, you have to be reeling a little bit. You felt like the map was right there in your fingertips, literal seconds away from map number one, and suddenly now you're faced with map point against you on your own map pick. You know, there's a lot to have to handle there mentally for these players.
I mean, Rizze my goat really like brought it back. Like,
Placing sentry.
they've been getting really high impact in a lot of these rounds.
Standing ahead.
It looks like Soviet is trying to get some sort of work build, but Clancy's
Oh, no.
too antsy and just gets taken down immediately with no support.
Look at the rotate this drawn, but Soviet so disciplined here on this lurk, walking up C. Look how disciplined Piplup's Pookies are playing this mid round, not accelerating off of the first pick. Soviet has fully
Toxins
taken control
going
of the entire C site, slipped past the turret as well. I don't believe is going to be noted until it might be too late. The Abu Dhabi completely back turned, going to get taken down by Soviet, who swings out. He is traded by Evil Mega Knight, but all four of these players now for Piplup's Pookies have already accelerated towards C. It's going to force a retake situation out here. Map on the line for Castle's Kittens. Evil Mega Knight looking into the C smoke. Wonder if he tries to make a play here as the plant comes down. No, just gonna play it slow, wait for the rest of the team. The wall comes out into garage. All four of these players are gonna be playing post plant, looking to spam it out here, understanding that the Clove is not gonna be able to reach on these smokes.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be so hard for Castle's Kittens to actually make anything happen. But I feel like they have to know that everyone's playing long.
I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
with just two jet smokes, they're gonna look to do maybe an aggressive play here. This neon wall is gonna
Oh, the
allow half
wall.
to come down. Half tap onto the spike. Damn, not gonna be good. Castle finds
Castle
two on
getting
Bugsy and
two.
Asec.
One
Evo Mega Knight with
Evil
two
Mega
thrown.
Knight.
Go, go, go.
Oh my goodness! Again, a round that felt like it should have been the end of the map. Somehow, Castle's Kittens find it within themselves to win that spray down fight into C
Switching
long,
sides.
and we have another set of overtime to play.
I mean, it's really like problematic when you have no discipline. Like despite the tap, you know they're off, but you're still swinging. Like that's just not how you win a post win from that position. And Castle and Evil Mega Knight, for the dual aids, just out aim them. And
Yeah, Castle up to 31 now. Soviet has 30 of their own on the scoreboard now, so a lot of firepower coming in here, and it's just going to be another fast play out from Castle's Kittens on this attack side. Fast into garage, working to fight real quick, but another great read from Piplup Pookies. They have Rizze Magoat in a fantastic position there. Isn't able to find the shot.
oh, the whiff on Soviet, but Soviet's taken down.
Yeah, traded back to a 4v3 now in this post.
Turrets destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, Q on the flank might be noted by this alarm bot, but would be tough if they are able to TP past it. But the gap in the smoke is perfect for Evo Mega Knight.
One
to
enemy remaining.
Just take two and Q
Yeah,
could
just
make it happen.
Chiyu now. 1v3. We've seen some heroics from Chiyu before, but this one feels like it's all too much. Does find a shot onto his pads. Swing out from Clancy, not going to find it either. So a 1v2 now, a full Omen kit as well. The Omen line comes out, not going to find anything. The swing out from Clancy's going to be
One
taken
enemy
out.
remaining.
And Chiyu on the spray.
Chiyu!
Oh, it's just barely not enough. The Abu Dhabi holds on with 30 HP.
Matching sides.
Drags it to match point once again for Castle's Kittens. Another
Everyone-
opportunity for them to close this out, but not without a bit of a scare.
Yeah, I mean, talk about lack of discipline. Castle's Kittens kind of overplaying their hand. Like, the most predictable swings ever just gave Q a way back into the round.
I mean, how exciting is this map, Arya? This map number 1 of our day number 2. We still have so much Valorant to play, and we're looking at peak Valorant happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, Evil
Another
Mega Knight
fast
and
Elix.
Castle both have 30 kills, and it's just gonna look like another C hit. Rizze might go.
Oh, Evo
We'll
Mega
get
Knight takes
taken out of the
Rizze out of the
sky.
sky. Holy moly.
But Soviet always, his domain on the A side will just walk up, but Stouts
Toxin
has
screen
been
down.
like traumatized by Soviet so many times, and
Yeah, a great reaction out from
Knows.
Castle here. He's going to get on the line very quickly into heaven.
that
Until
timing was
Soviet.
amazing.
Yeah, really well played there, recognizing that they had been full stop C and just instant rotating away. So now Chiyu tries to walk forward and is going to get caught out by Evo Mega Knight as well. So now a 2v5 for
One
Muggsy. Make
enemy
that
remaining.
1v5, and there it is, a flawless round.
Defenders
Close out
win.
map number 1. Maybe perhaps
Yeah.
the tamest round of the entirety of that second
Yeah.
half is the final
mean-
round for map number 1.
Piplup Pookies, their like attack rounds kind of became predictable for Castle's Kittens. Like Soviet always run a lockup, Rosie my goat, Sun getting like a psychopath, and like Q and Soviet both with amazing impact, but both were trying to go for insanely lurky plays and just got caught out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could not ask for a better map number 1 to start our final day of Carnation Clash. We're going to take a quick break before we jump into map number 2 of, I believe, Sunset. So we'll be right back to you in just a few minutes.